Hey everybody, Daniel here with a video showing some pickups from a card shop. In doing so, I'm going to talk a little bit about the 1958 All-Star cards and Topps' kind of All-Star run, if you will. Mike, baseball card collector, recently did a podcast and I think YouTube video. I listened to the podcast where he talked about the vintage Topps All-Star cards. And so it starts with 1958 Topps, which I was able to pick up 3 of the 58 Topps All-Star cards. Now these are Sport Magazine cards. So Topps started All-Star cards in 1958. This was the first year. And they did 58 through 62. And then they stopped until 68. And did 68, what was it, 68, 69, 70, and 71. And then did not do 72 or 73 or 74, I think. They started back up in 75. Okay, so this Frank Malzone, not somebody I was familiar with, but I picked it up for 45 cents. It's got some issues. You can see them on the camera, I think, but really happy to add this card. I think I showed it before, but I have a binder with some Topps subsets, including the All-Star cards. And so it's a thick binder, and it's already full, and I still have lots of the Topps subsets to add, those cards. So I'm gonna have to kind of break it up and do like an all-star binder, just an all-star binder. But okay, so some interesting things about the 58. So these are not based on who was an all-star in 57. The players were picked, the cards were produced prior to the 58 All-Star game. So Topps partnered with Sport Magazine, and Sport Magazine picked who would be on the 58 All-Star cards, but it's not necessarily, again, who was a 57 All-Star or who was a 58 All-Star. Now, Frank Malzone, he was an All-Star in 1958. He was not a starter, but he was an All-Star. Again, I was not familiar with Frank Malzone, but now I am a little bit. He was actually, so he's third baseman. He was actually the first recipient of the Rawlings Gold Glove Award for a third baseman. The Gold Glove Award started in 1957, and so he won in 57, 58, and 59, I believe. The Gold Glove Award after he won 3 times in a row for the next 16 years was won by Brooks Robinson for the American League. Now in 57, they only awarded 1 Gold Glove per position. So it was a combination of American League and National League, but only 1 Gold Glove was awarded in 57. Starting in 58, they did 1 per league. But anyways, Frank Malzone, third baseman for the Boston Red Sox, has the distinction of winning the first Gold Glove for third baseman. Next up is Sherm Lawler, catcher for the Chicago White Sox. So he's an American League All-Star. I believe, I'm pretty sure that Sherm Lawler won, excuse me, won the first Gold Glove for catchers. He won the Gold Glove in 1957. I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly. Again, Sherm Lawler, not somebody who I was really that familiar with, but these two, I want to say I got them for like, it was either like 95 cents or $1.50, something like that. Bill Skowron, definitely someone who I'm familiar with. Nickname is Moose with the Yankees, first baseman. So these cards are great. The American League has the red background and the National League has the blue background. And those colors are associated with the Topps All-Star cards throughout the years, with, you know, red being with the American League and blue being with the National League. So anyways, I was really happy to add those to my collection. I do have a few others. I know I have like Eddie Matthews. I want to say I have Stan Musial, which the Musial card is his first Topps card, the 58 All-Star. Anyways, all right, next up, a 57. Really happy to add this one to my collection. Just great looking card, very old-timey with the stands and the billboards in the background. Looks like maybe like a Coca-Cola billboard. Not sure what the other two are here. But this one, I know most of it's obscured by his ear, but I think that might be a Coca-Cola billboard. So, no, Don Mossy is actually a really good relief pitcher. And he's one of the players that I'm trying to do their Topps player run. So I have that binder. Here they are in alphabetical order. So I'll move these out of the way. Take a look at some Don Mossy cards. So 57 will go here, and I start with the 57 because prior to 57 the cards are a different size, so they won't fit in this binder. Harder to do one-handed, but okay. So we have, oh, sorry about the glare, the 58 and the 59. I need the 60. I have the 61, the 62. I need the 63, but I do have the Tiger Twirlers where he is on that card. And then there's the, so 63, I'm missing 64 and 65. He may not have one of those cards. I'll have to double check. But anyways, I'm gonna leave this binder open because I have some other cards that aren't gonna go in there, but you'll see why. All right, we're already, gosh. All right, I picked up some Hostess cards. Bill Buckner, Bob Horner, Dave Parker, Gary Carter, and Keith Hernandez. So these are all from the 79 set, which was the last year. So I think Hostess did 75 through 79. And then there's a Gary Carter from 78. So I was looking into the Hostess sets. Again, 75 through 79, and these are like bigger sets. You know, most of the time when you have like a food issued, I guess, you know, I think the Post or, you know, the Jello sets were pretty big from the 60s, and so maybe that's where these kind of fall in as late 70s, but you know, they're like 150 card sets, something like that. Anyways, I need more of the Hostess cards in my collection. All right, so here's where I said let's leave the binder open. It's because I'm doing a Walt Alston run. I already have the 65 and I already have the 74. So both of those are dupes. I'll check to see if either are in better condition, but then you know, I didn't pay much for them, but again, I need the checklist. Last but not least, just love the name, Granny Hammer. I think most cards list it as Granny Hammer, even like on the back. But I did look it up, and his first name is actually Granville. It does talk about his brother. It was his older brother, Garvin. They both came up with the Phillies in 1945, I think it is. And he only lasted a couple of months. But Granny had a decent career. Second baseman. Spent most of it, I think, with the Phillies. But just a great name. This card had a bunch of, like, I think it was wax. And I cleaned it up. So, anyways. All right, there you have it. Some card shop purchases, including some 58 All-Star cards. So, hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned a little something. And hope you're having a great weekend. Bye.